and we're treating the subject of senior citizens today. We now have with us Mr. Ralph, Mama Beatrice's son. We have Mama Beatrice and also Mrs. Abigail that brought Mama to us. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you, Mima.
Welcome.
I'm a big fan of your program, and I was honored when you invited me over.
I saw that you were surprised. This is your mom, right? Just to confirm.
Honestly, I can't tell you how worried and upset I have been. We've been looking for her since morning, and I'm surprised she's here.
Okay, well, Mrs. Abigail here brought her to us. And frankly, we are grateful that she did. But let me ask you, what is wrong with her? What's wrong with Mama?
Mima, my mom's case needs spiritual attention.
I see.
I think that's all I can say. A lot of prophecies has been laid against her that she's having a connection with witchcraft.
Wow.
She's currently paying for her sins. And that's why sometimes she forgets things so easily.
Oh. Wow. So that's why you maltreat her? You lock her up for days. You don't give her food. Why? Witchcraft? What kind of witchcraft?
I don't lock her up as punishment. Just that I was always careful and to protect her from people's brutality. You know, when they hear witchcraft, because my pastor came over and announced to us that she's a witch in the compound. My wife and I don't starve her, Mima. We don't. Just as sometimes we decide to fast and pray, you know. And she's also advised to do so for her freedom and liberation.
You are a pretender. Look, sir, let me tell you something. What you're doing to Mama is very wrong. You don't even know what you're doing. Mama's heartbreak and frustration is as a result of neglect by the federal government after 35 years in service. Both your parents were civil servants. Your mother dedicated all her life to this job. And you, as the only child of your parents, ought to take care of Mama. Unfortunately, your dad was caught up in an ailment during your NYSC days. As a result of that, both your parents went bankrupt. They could not get access to any loan. And Papa went ahead to die because there was no money. Mama kept blaming herself for this. She said she was incapable of taking care of her father when he was sick, and as a result of that, he died. That was when Mama's suffering began.
Sorry, Ma. How do you know all this?
If only you had given her a little bit of care and attention, maybe you would have known what she was going through. Mama is alive here today because of the companionship she has gotten from us.
After due deliberations and consultations, I thought it wise to invite a pensions administrator to come and explain this important subject to us. I now have with us Mr. Godwin Olubio. You're very welcome, sir.
Thank you for having me, Mima.
Thank you for coming. Okay, Mr. Ralph, very quickly before we continue, I just wanted you to know that we're not trying to put you on the spot or make you look bad or anything like that. We're just trying to get to the bottom of it because there's so many people that may be in Mama's shoes that will need an explanation, okay?
Mima, I feel so ashamed of myself. I was acting out of ignorance. I don't even only lock her up. I shout at her sometimes.
I know you went too far, but why? Why?
I think I have wronged the heavens and the earth. I have.
Listen to me, son. The only thing you need to do is to make Mama feel loved. Let her enjoy the fruits of her labor. You just need to show her a little bit care and attention. You know she's aged now and she cannot fight for her pension by herself. At the end of the day, it still belongs to you.
Mima, this issue of pensions benefits has made me lost hope in this nation. I've lost it all. I think I'll go with what Mrs. Abigail just said. Thank you so much for your concern. I promise I'll take care of my mother and make her proud, with or without the pension.
Okay. But there's still the issue of her pension and retirement benefits. Thank God Mr. Godwin is here. Where do we go from here?
Ma, I wouldn't want to talk about all that. My dad died and they denied us the benefits. And now my mom has retired and she has also been denied of her benefits since after her retirement. I really don't want to sound like an unpatriotic citizen.
That's okay. We have Mr. Godwin, so let's let him shed some light on this matter. Please go ahead, sir.
Sorry, my brother. Oh, please put yourself together. Mama, sorry that you have to go through this pain. I quite empathize with you. But really, nobody, no retiree should go through this rigor.
Yeah.
I'm very sorry that all this is happening. Even your dad died without eating from what he labored for all these years.
Yeah.
It's quite painful.
It is.
Having said that, let's look at the nitty-gritty of pensions. Before the Pension Reform Act 204, now revised in 2014, Nigeria operated what is called the defined benefit, whereby pension is not, the provision for pension is not budgeted. That's what we call the defined benefit.
Okay.
Then from 204, we have what is called the RSA, Contributory Pension Scheme,
Okay.
CPS.
Okay.
Now, let me explain what the defined benefit is. The people that worked between, before 204 belong to defined benefit. And I believe that's what Daddy belonged to.
Yeah.
So those that belong to that quadrant are now being handled by PTAD, Pension Transition Arrangement Directorate. I believe their head office is at Maitama. So you have to get in touch with them. And I believe Daddy died in estate. That is, he died without
A will.
a will. So those that died without a will, Mima, have to approach the probate
Okay.
and get what is called LA, Letter of Administration.
Okay. Okay.
So you put together all his documents and approach PTAD. So they will go through all the files and processes. And whatever is due to him, I assure you, will be paid to him. So that's that for Daddy.
Okay.
So let's come to Mommy here. We thank God for gift of life. She's still alive. So my brother, Mommy can still eat the fruit of her labor. So, Mommy, I believe during your work life, you registered with a pension fund administrator.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, and there are about 23 of them, out of which you were to choose one.
Yes, sir.
Good. So, and you were given a certificate when you registered. Beautiful. So, That certificate also contains your name, your passport, your date of birth, your PIN number. PIN number is personal identification number. All of that are captured in your certificate. Bravo. So, you will approach your PFA together with your son.
My son.
Exactly.
My son will take me.
Exactly. You know where their office is.
I don't know. My son will know.
Okay, don't worry. They are all on the web page, so we can always check where the office nearest to you can be located.
Okay. So they have offices across the country?
Across the country.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And the documents they require from you are not so difficult to get. 2 passports, a verifiable bank account, because they won't give you a check or pay you by cash. The transfer will be made directly into her account that was provided and confirmed by the pension administrator. Your first letter of appointment. Then, mommy also have some pension in the old pension scheme, which I earlier explained, because she is caught up in between
the new and the
old.
I see.
So the whole of that money will be calculated. And that's why we are submitting the whole of those documents from the first day you were employed, your first letter of appointment, and some specific pay slips. And everything is calculated and paid into your retirement savings account.
Okay.
So, in fact, before they do all those calculations, they will carry out what is called a reconciliation to ensure that no dime, no 1 kobo is left unpaid. In fact, they will pay with an interest, because pension fund is not an idle fund. We invest across different approved instruments to ensure that
the money grows.
Exactly.
Okay.
You know, the savings is over 35 years of service.
Yeah. In other words, you are saying that it's still possible for Mama to process and get her benefits.
Very well.
And you can facilitate this for her? You can
Yeah,
help out?
if that opportunity is given to me, why not? I'm very available to help you in whatever dimension you want me to offer.
Help me.
Okay.
Help me.
That's
Really
not going to be.
appreciate that.
Help me.
So